All right, welcome back to this week's edition of the Alaska Hockey Insider. Here we are again in the Nanooks locker room with Nanooks head coach Dallas Ferguson as they get set to head down to Anchorage for the first of two series against the Alaska Anchorage Seawolves in the Governor's Cup. So Dallas, how's things going this week?
Pretty good, yeah. We're excited. It's always a fun time of year, the Governor's Cup, and get a chance to play UAA. So it's always, since we've been in the same league, you always kind of get the double effect of the Governor's Cup plus WCHA points now.
Yeah, this last weekend against a pretty stout Lake Superior State team. Didn't really know what to expect, I think, from them, especially under a newer regime under head coach Damon Whitten. Don't get the results I think we were looking for. Special teams, I think, is still a concern. What's the focus this week?
Well, I mean, I think you look back at the weekend, I think that the goals that were scored on us, I mean, were two shorthanded goals and then some power play goals, so, and then an empty netter. But it's, I think that's it. I mean, I think the specialty teams and then the, cashing in on our chances, I think was a big emphasis just coming out of that weekend. Like, we've got to bear down, and and you're going to go through those parts of your season where you're not scoring, and I think the idea is to get back to just continuing to put pucks on the net and getting to the front of the net, and I think it would be different if we weren't getting the scoring chances, but we've had some opportunities to put some pucks in the back of the net, and we haven't. So, I think those are the two things right now that we pulled from the weekend. And, defensively, I think we've done a pretty good job of, 5-on-5. So I think we got to maintain that mindset. But obviously, bearing down, getting a little tougher around the paint, and scoring on some of our chances.
Yeah. So you kind of touched on that a little bit there with 2 goals scored on the weekend. You come and you face a pretty hot goaltender, Olivier Mantha, with the Seawolves this weekend. What's the scouting report?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it is. I mean, they just got done with a sweep in Michigan Tech, a team that came up here and swept us. So, but I think it's it's the WCHA. I think it's the nature of the league right now. I mean, anybody can beat anybody on every given weekend, and I think that if you look at the scores, for the most part, they're pretty close every weekend, and we're mixing in quite a few ties too. So, it's about the process of coming and preparing to be great every night, and you can see if there's there might be only one area of your game that's kind of off on a given night, and that might be the area that costs you. So the margin for error is slim, and I think that's good. I think it's good to make your team better. I think it's good to make your players stronger, and as you go through the season here, I mean, you got to keep learning from your experiences, but then obviously getting the job done is going to be a big part of it as we go down the stretch.
Of course, this weekend, Governor's Cup hockey. You take the statistics, throw them right out the window. You come into Anchorage this weekend. It's a rivalry week. You were a player here for 4 years.
Yes.
You know what it's like for these guys, especially as we come into finals week coming up. Talk about the history of this rivalry and what it means to these guys in this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the younger guys get a feel for even our fan base. When they're talking to the younger guys, I mean, that's always something that comes up, whether it's September when they first get on campus, or now it's December and we're heading down there. I mean, they get the feeling of the vibe of what it means, not only to our campuses but also to our community. So it's a fun rivalry to be a part of. I mean, when I started in '92, it didn't take very long to realize that how much it meant to the university and to our locker room, and it's fun to be a part of that. And look at the series that we've had with them over I mean, the 12 years that I've been here, I mean, I don't think there's ever been, I think there might have been 1 or 2 that's been decided outright, but they've gone to shootouts, and they're close games, and you split the series. So it's regardless of where either team is at, it generally seems to be a real competitive, tight game, and it's fun to be a part of.
Again, we've seen a lot of Jesse Jenks in the last couple of weeks. It doesn't go Friday, but he does get a chance to net again on Saturday. That sounds like a practice thing this week, but is he expected to start this weekend? Yeah,
I mean, I think we'll go through tomorrow's practice, and our staff will meet, and obviously we want to put the guy in there that's going to give us the best chance to win, and that's based on performance. So we'll finalize those things as we finish tomorrow's practice, but certainly he continues to give a reason to put him in the net. I mean, he's competitive in there, he's making the saves we need to, and I think probably where we recognized the most on Saturday was just the penalty kill. I mean, we had 6 penalties, and obviously it's no secret. I think your goaltender can be usually when your penalty kill is successful, your goaltender is your best penalty killer. So thought he did a good job again on Saturday, and we'll make that decision after the practice on Thursday.
What's the rest of the lineup look like this week?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's available. It's a WCHA weekend, so we travel 22. We'll take an extra D-man and an extra forward, but we're in a pretty good spot right now. I mean, we've got a couple guys nursing some things that, but it's that time of the year anyhow. You're halfway through your season. Guys are going to have some maintenance things that they're always trying to maintain while they're going through the season. But everybody's available. We're excited about that. We got our full roster of guys available to play on Saturday or on Friday, and again, we took 22 and get down there and get the job done.
Yep. So this weekend, Alaska Nanooks versus Alaska Anchor Seawolves at the Sullivan Arena in the first 2 games of the 4-game Governor's Cup Series. They do count for WCHA points, so there's always something of excitement going on. So thanks, Dallas, for your time. We'll see you in Anchorage.
Absolutely. Go Nooks.